Invoking Lambda functions means triggering them or kicking them off. And understanding the actions that invoke functions will enable you to select the best method for your task. Lambda functions need a handler as the entry point for the Lambda. This is usually JSON formatted input, and they need a runtime or coding language specified. And finally, they need event triggers to invoke the function. When configuring your functions, you decide how much memory you want to allocate to your functions. And based on the amount of memory you select, AWS automatically provisions CPU and network resources. Lambda functions can be written in a variety of languages, the most common being Node.js, Python, Go, Java, and C#. Every cloud provider has a serverless offering. These services can save money, run code faster, and improve the user experience. One drawback is that the serverless code you write and configure for one cloud platform can only be used on that platform due to the tight integration with proprietary cloud services. So using AWS Lambda to run your applications ties you to AWS. AWS Lambda Edge is a great way to speed up your application. Lambda Edge uses the AWS CDN CloudFront to customize the content CloudFront delivers. Lambda Edge is an extension of Lambda where you create functions in one region and execute them in edge locations geographically closest to your users. Running Lambda code closer to users has more benefits than just user satisfaction. It's faster, secure, scalable, and it runs without servers. Lambda Edge functions run in response to CloudFront events. When CloudFront receives a request from a user, before CloudFront forwards a request to the origin, when CloudFront receives a request from the origin, and before CloudFront returns a response to the user. For example, you can trigger a Lambda function to rewrite response URLs based on device type or IP address, serving them content that is optimized for their device or location and improving the user experience, or identifying crawlers like Googlebot and serving them static pages to help with your page's SEO. Lambda Edge means running code globally with minimal latency and absolutely zero infrastructure to provision and maintain.